position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to the ground, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Shakes off the defender.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They give it to him again. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll toss it to the left. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point was good. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Throwing on the run. Snatches it on the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move.
Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throwing right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working that left side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Noles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Lets it fly. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Looking for the score. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Direct snap. It's Wall. Here's the shuffle pass. It's complete. Turning it on. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Wall. Oh, it's a pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Touchdown Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Finds his big tight end. On the move at the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7th.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Caught at the 25. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warren.
Finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Right on the money. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. There he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Caught behind the line. It's Carney. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the pass. On target over the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Yeah, great job on the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Might be looking to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Pressure coming. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Uncorks one to the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rifles it down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, no! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about round the Grove for a long time. They're up by 21 over Indiana. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Now on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. They get to him as he throws. Finds a man on the left. They'll immediately call timeout.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
He unleashes a long one. Hits him inside the 20, still going. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Release to the back. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wildcats will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at half.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Calls his own number. Slithers into space. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Now on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying.
Oh, a lot of space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run, he gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. They still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Makes the catch. It's Dobbs. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got his man downfield. And he'll be run down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. Unloads to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete.
Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. They just keep firing. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. back to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona. And the stomping has commenced.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Got his man in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Dances away. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether
he wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcat!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. Boom. Makes the grab down the middle. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give on the option. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go to the ground. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off. So
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it inside the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Firing to the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
no big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for... There he goes! Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The pitch to the left. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Direct snap. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Right down the middle. And he's thrown another interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the handoff. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.